Good morning, students. I, Kanchan, your English teacher, welcomes you to the grammar topic discussion. Second chapter is subject and predicate. We have discussed chapter number 1, the sentence, and I appreciate the way that you have given the response in the Zoom session and you have attended the class. So I hope you will attend the class regularly and you will pay attention sincerely, because the last response was amazing and I hope the same response you will give. So let's have a quick recap for the last topic, the sentence. In the last video we have discussed about the sentence. See children, what is sentence? A group of words that have a certain, that has a complete sense. It is called sentence. And there are total 4 types of sentence. First is a assertive or a declarative sentence, in which we give simple declaration or simple statement. Next is a interrogative sentence, in which we ask questions, and we can ask question in 2 ways. First by using helping verb, or second by using WH family words. And the third type is imperative sentence, in which we give command, we request someone, we give advice to someone. What is the identification of imperative sentence? It starts with verb first form plus object, and here subject is hidden. Now the fourth type of sentence is exclamatory sentence, in which we show the sudden feeling. It may be any feeling of a joy, wonder or a sorrow. So we have discussed these 4 types of a sentence. Beta, one more type is there, but it is not mentioned in your book. It is optative sentence. Optative sentence is a sentence in which we wish or pray to God. For example, may God bless you. So this sentence is called optative sentence. Clear? Okay. Now move to the next topic, subject and predicate. I hope you must have heard about subject. A simple definition of subject is doer of an action is called subject. Now, who is doing the action? Now, I, Kanchan. I, Kanchan is teaching you. So, Kanchan is a subject and is teaching you, it's a predicate. So, let's have a look on the topic subject and predicate. How can we identify subject and predicate? See, we can identify subject. Subject gives the answer of what and who. Who is doing the action? And to identify a predicate in a sentence, firstly we will identify what is verb here or what is helping verb here. Second point is what the subject is doing. That is called predicate. For example, the monkey ate a banana. In a sentence, firstly we will identify what is a verb here. What is a doing word here? What is a doing word? Ate. So ate is a verb. Firstly we will underline it, and as I told you beta, in predicate verb includes. Clear? Then we will identify who is doing this verb, who is doing this action, who is eating banana. As we can see, the monkey. So the monkey is giving the answer of who. So the monkey is a subject. Underline this and you can write down it's a subject. Clear? And then the rest of the part, ate a banana, it is a predicate. Clear? So what you have to do to identify a subject or predicate, firstly in a sentence we will identify a verb or a helping verb. Then we will identify who is performing that verb, who is performing that action. Clear? Now come on the next sentence. The dog was barking loudly. What is helping verb or a verb here? Was barking is a verb. Firstly underline it. You have identified a verb. And who was barking? Who was barking? Who was doing that action? The dog. So the dog is giving the answer of now who. So it is a subject, the dog. And the rest of the part, was barking loudly, it's a predicate. Now I hope it is clear. Very easy to identify subject and predicate. Again I am telling you, see, subject gives the answer of what and who is performing the action, and predicate includes verb or a helping verb, and what the subject is doing, that is called predicate. So a sentence has two parts. One is a subject and the second one is a predicate. Clear? Next is, so these in assertive or a declarative sentence, we can identify subject and predicate very easily. But what about imperative sentence? Now the question arises, how can we identify a subject in imperative sentence? As we know, in imperative sentence, subject is hidden. So what we will do? This is the question. Beta, we will change imperative sentence into assertive or a declarative sentence. Then we can easily identify subject. Clear? For example, take rest properly. Firstly, you should know what is imperative sentence, in which we advise, we request someone, we give order to someone, and what is the structure of a imperative sentence? Verb first form plus object. Here subject is hidden, take it's a verb first form. We will change this imperative sentence into simple sentence, into assertive sentence. Here we are advising someone, na, take rest properly. Okay, so when we will change this sentence into assertive sentence, you should take rest properly. This is an assertive sentence. So here, to whom we are advising? To whom we are giving the advice? You. So here the subject is hidden, but it is understood. We are ordering, we are giving order, we are advising to the second person, that is you, and the subject, that is hidden. Now when we change imperative sentence into assertive sentence, the sentence is, you should take rest properly. So what is subject, beta? Firstly, as I told you, firstly we will identify verb. What is verb? Should is a helping verb and take is a verb. Underline this. And to whom we are giving this advice, you should take rest properly. So we are advising to you. So you is the subject, clear? And should take rest properly, it is a predicate. Okay. Now the question arises, is subject always come at first place? So what we will do, always the first, you can say the first word is always a subject. No, it's not like that. Beta, subject may come in the beginning of a sentence or the end of the sentence or in the middle of the sentence also. For example, on the top of a tree lives a sparrow. What is a verb? I am going to repeat the sentence. On the top of a tree lives a sparrow. Firstly, we will identify what is verb here. Lives. Now, who is living on the top of a tree? A sparrow. So, a subject is a sparrow. Now, you can see in this sentence, subject is given at the end of the sentence. So, it is not necessary that subject will always come in the beginning. No, it may come at the end also. Okay. So, firstly we will identify verb, then we can easily identify subject. Clear? Now come on the next type. See, we have discussed imperative sentence, how we can identify subject and predicate in imperative. We will change into it assertive sentence. Same with interrogative sentence. Firstly, tell me, what do you mean by an interrogative sentence? Interrogative sentence is a question sentence in which we ask questions. So again we will change interrogative sentence into assertive sentence. Clear? Or a declarative sentence. Have a look on the example. Has she brought the books? Question mark. This is an interrogative sentence. And as we know, in interrogative sentence we use helping verb at first place before subject. Then how we will change interrogative into assertive sentence? We will place helping verb after subject. So what will be the sentence of assertive? When we will change interrogative into assertive sentence, the sentence will be, she has brought the books. Full stop. So now we can easily identify what is subject here. Firstly, we will identify As I told, yes, very good. Firstly, we will identify what is verb here. So, verb is has brought. Underline it. Then, who has brought? Now the question is, now frame a question, who has brought? Answer is she. So, she is a subject and the rest of the part has brought the books is a predicate. Clear? It's very easy. Next is one more example of interrogative sentence. Do they own this house? Question mark. Again we will change this interrogative sentence into, yes, assertive sentence. Very good. Or a declarative sentence. So what we will do, beta? What is subject? They. They own this house, full stop. So in this assertive or a declarative sentence, firstly we will identify what is verb here. On is a verb. Okay. And who is owning the house? They. So they is a subject and the rest of the part we are talking about they. What we are talking about the subject, that is called predicate. So what we are talking about they, it's on this house. It's a predicate. Clear? Now come on the next type. It's exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentence is a sentence in which we show certain kind of feeling. It may be the feeling of sorrow, joy. For example, what a beautiful flower it is. So, in exclamatory sentence, we use an exclamatory mark at the end of the sentence. Clear? Again, we will change an exclamatory sentence into assertive or a declarative sentence. How we will change it? What a beautiful flower it is. We are talking about flower. Okay, it's very clear. So, the flower is beautiful. Full stop. Again, firstly we will identify what is verb here. Here is a helping verb and to whom we are talking about, to which we are talking about. We are talking about the flowers. So, the flower is a subject and the rest is beautiful is a predicate. Clear? Next is, wow, such a pretty face. Exclamatory mark. Again, we will change this sentence into assertive sentence or a declarative sentence. Wow, such a pretty face. It means we are talking about second person. To someone we have a look. So, you have such a pretty face. So, firstly we will identify what is verb here. Have is a helping verb. And to whom we are talking about. Who is having such a pretty face? You. So, you is a subject. Very good. Okay. And the rest of the part, have such a pretty face, is the predicate. Clear? You is subject and have such a pretty face is a predicate. Okay, beta? So, let's have a quick recap on the topic subject and predicate. See, to identify subject, it gives the answer of what and who. Firstly, to identify subject and predicate in a sentence, firstly we will identify what is verb here. And then we will find out who is doing that verb, who is doing that action. That is called a subject and the rest of the part is called predicate. Predicate is what the subject is doing now. What is the subject doing now? What the action is being done on the subject. Clear, beta? So, here are some points. For each and every sentence, we can identify subject and predicate in different ways. For simple sentence, it is very easy to identify a subject and predicate. For imperative, exclamatory and interrogative sentence, what we will do? We will change it into assertive or a declarative sentence first. Then we can easily identify what is subject and what is predicate here. Clear, beta? Okay. So, have a nice day and do this exercise in your book. Please, I request you all, beta, at least you should try to do this, to solve the exercise in your book, and then we will have a discussion on the exercise. We will tell you your answers. In the Zoom session, beta, if you will do that exercise in your book, then you will feel much more confidence that the topic is clear to me. For example, you have done 10 sentences and the 8 are right and the what about rest of 2? 2 are wrong. Doesn't matter. At least you tried. Clear? So try your best, okay, and do the exercise at your level. Then we will tell you the solutions. We will discuss its answers in the class, and you will take your doubts also. Okay, and please attend your classes regularly, each and every subject. Okay, and maintain your notebooks on time and do the learning work also. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.